Hey, everybody. Back again. Let's build some more factory today, right? And I think what we're doing today is really straightforward. We are going to finish off nickel processing over here. All we have left is find enough centrifuges and then put in the refining and the casting down there. Should be pretty easy. And then after that, we will take a smug moment and we will look at the entire thing and we will watch it run. And then we will pave these 2 blocks all the way down in preparation of doing tin and chromium next. So great, fantastic. I love the world and everything in it. Let's go. That's right. We're going to have a positivity stream today. So there, we got that. We got some casting machines. We need more casting machines. Speaking of positivity, isn't it nice that we have all this stuff that we need just right here all the time? That's something to be thankful for. We got too many caravan outposts. We can just chuck them in here and they'll be used eventually, right? I think that's it. I think we just have to overdose on belt right now. One more. And maybe put this back. Okay. Yeah, let's get. Oh, and we put a one now. Yeah, sure, put it back. All right, let's get to it. First thing to do, I think, is to come over here and realign that guy's perceptions. So clip, 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 as per normal. This guy's trying to drop here, but no, man, you don't do this anymore. Okay? First off, you definitely whale hungry. We interrupt now. And then you're picking up from the proper out. So you don't go there anymore. Don't dump this into waste because it's not. Instead, dump that right there. Empty cargo. And that's your job. And this guy will come down. He will dump into here. As per tradition, it will then start flowing and then kathunk right there until we are ready. Okay, wonderful. We're going to do one more centrifuge roundup at the end. But for right now, it's just belt time, right? We decided to come down on this side for some reason. Probably shouldn't have done this. It's just going to cause us confusion later, I think, when we have to do reduction and then sintering. But, all right, we're here. We're here. We're finally here. All right, so what makes nickel, molten nickel? Here, let's take a look. Nickel, cord, out of my way. Processing, proc. We want to take high-grade nickel right there, and we want to turn it into a little drop in nickel. And that just goes into an oxygen furnace. And we just need oxygen, and we need bricks. And I think we need it on the other side too, so we're definitely not quite doing this the right way. But, you know, sure. So this is what we want right here. Oxygen, borax, and also fuel. Oh yeah, can't forget that. So I guess we take all of this, like just literally all of this. We'll take it over and we'll flip it around, big H. Then we will install it in the nickel area and we'll try to make it work, I suppose. Yeah, the more I see this, the less I'm liking having all this come down on the right-hand side. I mean, kind of works, I suppose. Especially if we drag it over here and down. But then it's just going to... I'm trying to save a line, but the line isn't being saved, is what I'm trying to get to here. And this is too far over, isn't it? Well, it's too far over for being primary, I think. This is more of our speed. So let's do this instead. So copy all of this. Yeah, I guess we have to. It has to go right here, so all this has to be picked up. And the proper spacing is like so, right? And then this goes in. Then we'll have to clean all this up, and yeah, it's fine. I put it down. I can pick it back up again. There's some sort of law about that. So now we pick up all this, and we copy it right there, right? Why is it not perfect? Why are you not perfect? Oh, it's because it's a little different. Okay, so pick it up like that, right? And it's very close. Okay, so here we have nickel are us. Nickel is us. We is nickel. Oh, it's because upgrade recipe. I was like, that doesn't seem new to me. All right, so a whole lot of molten nickel. There we go. This is what we're doing. Okay. So this all gets picked up now, unfortunately. But this is what we have bots for. The staff will pick it up as we run away from them. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go get fueled at some point. Like, this was just an awkward idea. It looks okay, but it's not okay. And then all this down there. Okay. All right, we have made negative changes so far. Great work. And now we got to go like this. Okay, perfect. And like so, like so, like so. And then we just connect it up, and there. That is what it should have been done at the end of the last episode, but was not, because I simply didn't have the vision. I didn't have the talent or the audacity. All right, that works. Okay, next. That comes straight over. It rolls around. It gets in here. Great. And now I have to bring down the spines, right? Because we need borax, we need fuel. Cubes come in there. Oxygen is already in, right? No, it's not. Don't know what this is. Don't like it. Don't know what this is, but do like it. I'm pretty sure that's oxygen, right? Let us pull it over, and then we shall just keep building, yes? So right here, there's our oxygen line, where our oxygen is included. We'll just leap over all of this to the best of our ability. And then one day when we need more titanium, we will curse the sloppiness with which we built. Oh, what's this? How did we manage to build on a snake belt? Oh, this is terrible. How did we do this? Because this isn't going to work. Well, I suppose we can do this. One never should want to do this, but it is possible. And it's ugly. Is that actually... No, we're going to have to do it again. To sin once, my friends, is to sin many times. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now you're all hooked up, but my inventory is nigh irreversibly fouled. Okay, so we're going to want some power at some point. For it is in the nature of man to crave power. There we are. All right, all hooked up. Now we need the fuels. We're going to need briquettes. We are going to need sand casting, and we are going to need borax, and that is it, right? So now we go right here. Yeah, sand casting. We need to bring down the ingredients 3, and these things will supply nickel, and they will also supply tin over here, and they will look awesome while they're doing... Oh. This is going to be an issue, isn't it? Okay, maybe just not an issue. All right, so this is... Oh, that's going to be a problem too, isn't it? Eric, right here. This is the non-line. Do not touch this line. Everything else will be okay. Then we come all the way to the top and we find we don't really have the space, do we? We have this line right here and this line right here, and yet we need lines 3. But I don't see how we can do this, huh? We'll have to do something just a little improper, I think. Which is okay. I mean, it's not ideal by any means, but I have made many improper builds in my day. So down we go. Okay, excellent. This is ingredient the first, all the way down. Again, the only reason I'm doing it this way is because it makes the screenshots look really good. Yeah, the city blocks are a little organized, but when people want to see a good screenshot, they want to see the belt. The belt is the soul of Factorio. I think my next run is going to be, oh, this is probably a little bit of an issue, right? No, there's no issue here. No issue whatsoever. My next run at Factorio is going to be a paean to the belt. I shall sing a song of glory in which the belt is the star. It will be a tangle of beauty and madness, intoxicating to behold, which will change the very nature of men's souls when they have the privilege and the misfortune to gaze upon it. You know, just playing video games, the normal things. All right, almost there, all the way down. Just spend and belt. All I'm doing right now, spend and belt. And I really wish I could make this a little more interesting, but that's apparently... Okay, so this is the same problem I had before. So just move you out of the way. What I'm trying to say is this is just a little bit beyond my capabilities. Then we have to come more and then drop over. And this is sand casting, right? So the least important of the lines at the moment. We really should have put this on the outside, yet we did not. Such is the nature of our foresight. But at least this is going to supply 2 things, not just 1. All right, all the way down. This, my friends, is a glorious belt. And we'll have a nice big area here because we know that other things are going to be crossing it. And I guess if we only have one line going south, we're going to try to make a fuel/borax line. All right, we're here. Sand casting has arrived. Let's go get more belt. So much sand casting has arrived. Just clean the entire factory out. Who wants to just shower me in materials? Come, my minions. I am nigh empty, and I yearn to be filled. Okay. All right. Step the first accomplished. Drew down sand casting line. Step the second. I need to get a borax and fuel line down. We don't have either borax or fuel here. I gotta drag them over. And I only essentially have this line right here, as I can't use the one right next to the walkway. That is just not possible. And right here is the throat. Maybe I can bring the other end from over here. I mean, it would just make the screenshot look a little worse. That's all. Like, I'll just draw borax in from over here, and I'll bring fuel down from the above. All right, that's fine. It is written. There are many more efficient ways to be doing this, and I am not doing them in the name of honoring the belt, who I just have not been paying enough attention to in this run. and going for efficiency over aesthetics, which, if we have studied our literature, we will all understand is a surefire way to fail every single time. So to rectify that, we will behave correctly for just a little bit here. Wait, is this graphite? It's graphite. Never mind. Not this. Never mind. Problems. Is that the briquettes? I can almost make briquettes up here too. That would be another thing that would be nice to disconnect from the other factory over. All right, here you go. Take this. Oh, I'm almost full up of everything. That's going to lead to severe issues, I have to say. Why did I do this, knowing that I'm going to have to pick that up? A fool am I. A fool and 1,000 times a fool. Okay. Almost. Wait, did we go too far? We did. All right, that's fine though. Because we can do this, and then we can make our way down. And we have to deal with this for a bit, but not forever. And down we go. All right, and I'll draw borax over from aluminum, and while it is not maximal aesthetic, it shall be aesthetic enough. Oh, and this is an issue. No, sir, you are the one that will move. Except, now this is the one that has to move. Oh no. The consequences of my decisions, friends. Then right there, and now I can pull this back, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. See, I can still solve problems. Even though this is going to be a nice belt going all the way down, we're still going to have problems when it comes time to split this, because it's going to be touching too close to the walkway. As you know, that is illegal. There we go. I really did not do myself any favors with this pipe, did I? None at all. Okay, are we done? Can we get to the bottom of this yet? Okay, good. And I'm not sure if we can leap this. I don't think this is possible. Yeah. That's possible, though. And then we have a wire at an angle. I apologize to everyone. My standards are just not what they used to be. Okay. Almost there. Almost free. Here on the land that I reclaimed from the sea. Okay, good. I hope tin requires a lot of water. If it does, I'm just going to poke holes in the landfill cover and then put down pumps, space-efficient pumps that use no energy right there. And that's going to be great. And so I think what I need to do right here, right, is just come in like so. I've decided I'm not going to go over the math here. None of this math will be looked at. I'm trusting myself in the paranoia. In paranoia, success will be found. And then we have to reverse all this, huh? Oh, isn't that going to be fun? So, oh no, I picked the wrong line. Can I fix this? Fix it real fast? All right, here. So, borax wants to come out like so. So let's help it, right? Oh, it's not in line. It's not in line at all. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, so I guess. It can come to the bottom then. Let's get more borax in my inventory. What's a little more, right? Oh, wrong. Right there. And I want you to go that way. And this will show me where I'm having problems, yes? And so I want to do this. And then if I pick all this up, I can do this, and then this, and that, and that, and then that. Okay. Why did this not work? Did I mess something up? I mean, okay, the answer is going to be yes, obviously. But what exactly did I do wrong here? Yes, this has to come here. I don't know what I did wrong. But something was wrong. All right, like that. The borax has arrived. And then that probably doesn't need to be there. And I can just plug this in, right? Then that will give the fuel, and all we will need is the cubes. And that will happen when I turn the machine on. So great, right? Ready to roll. All that's left is to clone the casting machine down south. So let's do that. And this is the machine that we're just going to go and do. Just copy right here. And then we want facing the other way, right? Here, let's not do that then. Let's copy this guy. This is the guy we're going to want to talk to. Yeah, right here. And then slide it straight over. And we even used the same line. That's a little creepy, isn't it? And just throw it down, I suppose. Oh yeah, the bots are going to be so pissed at me. How we doing? Yeah, it's time to go refuel. I'll put that on the to-do list. I don't want you to do this. I want you to do this. Bang, 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 bang. Nickel ready. All I have to do is now try to hook this up, right? And I'm no longer certain what the goal is there. Okay. So we're just gonna run up like this. There we go. Power has arrived. How are we doing? Oh man, the wind has died, eh? Actually, yeah, that looks like a real low ebb for the wind. How we doing? No, actually. Are we on a separate grid? I think it should be more with that level of wind power. I wonder if we're on two separate grids somehow. Like all this. I don't know. Don't think about it, right? Don't think about it. Concentrate on the job at hand. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Now I have to hook up the hot air, and that's my last trick. Then all that's left is to turn this machine on, and we watch it go. We got the hot air. We got the sand casting. We're going to dunk the borax out here. Yeah, we are ready to go, friends. Let's go turn the nickel machine on and see where my problem is and why is it too little Xylenol. Actually, we're going to go get more centrifuges first and try to fill it in. We should have like, what, 3 of them more? And then after that, we'll go and we'll... How we doing? Yeah, we're actually making this stuff. Good. Then we'll probably go and we'll add more Xylenol producers. Probably to the furthest extent of that area's ability to hold them. Oh wow, something's going on here. It's party. Oh, so 7. Oh, and I got fuel in my inventory. All right, everybody just fine. Everyone can touch me. Everyone can touch me exactly once. Just everybody just once. Where are these guys going? All right, we're done. I'm just done. Done. Having a freak out. All done. And then we will turn the glorious machine back on. And yeah, it took about 3.5 hours to set this machine up. And we only have many more of them. Is that all? Are we done? No, we need like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more? All right, whatever. Here, get in the bus. Everybody in the bus. And it's time to flip the switch. Where's the dinosaur? Oh, he's right there. Whale, rather. They hate it when they're mislabeled. All right, so coming around the bend, an entire 3 entire stacked belts of ore coming down and already just slamming into nothing because I made it in the wrong spot. How did I do that? I guess it's because I built it piecewise. Well, isn't this a glorious start? So you gotta go right there. Excuse me, itching my leg. And then this has to go right there. And then this has to go right there. And then I'm gonna have to get rid of all this ore. Why are they Oh, they're waiting for pickups to happen. All right. So, ore to be distributed. All right. Anyway, so right off the bat, we had embarrassment number 1. That's great. But we got through it. And very soon we shall have production, right? But it kind of looks like that is not happening. Because did I do it wrong again? Right here? I did. I am not really fit to be the maker of a factory. All right, so now all that's going, finally. Is it all going all the way down? Hard to say. Anyway, here we have nickel grade 1, heading down to the screener layer, where hopefully I did not mess this up as well. And we should be able to see the reflux happening here, which is the most interesting part of all this. Yeah, watching the hands slowly fill up. Slowly, slowly. And this is like so many of these ores are just complete ore crunchers. 5 to 1 up here. When iron is like what? 1 to 2, something like that. This guy's making a lot of gravel. I didn't notice that. All right, so here we go. Rejects get off. Rejects get out. And then we are taking step 2 down here, and you get smashed up. Yeah. Spinny, spinny. And then we should be seeing... Yeah, there's a row of number 3 straight through there. And so this is reprocessing right here. And it's going to be interesting to see how many of those actually go at peak, start spinning, you know. But coming around the bend right here, past the zinc mine, we're going to ball mill all of this. Just takes a little bit of time. How are we doing way up here? Need more ore. Need more whales arriving. Do we see any reflux occurring? Yeah, there's reflux occurring. It's actually fairly substantial. All right, so right there, there is number 4. Ore in the grade 4. Are you ready? All right, so that's moving. Now it starts moving very fast because of pipes. I wish I could see if any of these were moving. No, almost there. Wait, there's no... Did I never set up this whale? Oh, you're stuck. What are you stuck on? He's trying to get too much. Okay, so I did the math wrong at some point here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 500 is 35. Oh, so it's not quite enough. 750. And then you are 3750. No, 750. Right? Yeah, that should be right. And can I mouse over you and just get your contents? No, of course not. But it's 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500, 75. All right, so I made a little bit of a mistake. A tiny little oopsie doodles. And now we're completely caught up until that whale gets there. All right, that's fine. So it's obviously producing a ton of waste material, full spectrum, rock, gravel, and sand. And here's still more, guys, and the reflux just keeps happening. Where do we not see this being used anyway? 80 products finished. Yeah, this guy's never run right here, which I suppose that isn't hugely shocking. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So now this goes. All right. And now you go. Somewhere in there, these guys are going to... Yeah, a couple of these guys start going. This turns on. Excellent. And then we see a power spike, right? I wonder how they choose where they're going. Yeah, power spike. Oh, yeah. Look at this, guys. Look at that. We're suddenly using most of this power. Oh my god, I'm actually going to have to put a power plant up here, aren't I? Scrubbers going. Are these guys going yet? Anyone here? Yeah, we're slowly getting here. Oh, wow. Why do we have so little power? What's the wind speed right now? I didn't think it would ever go so low. This is very close to the least wind speed right here. Here, let's test on the other side of the factory and see if we've broken it up into two different grids. No. No, I have not. Well, we got problems now, don't we, guys? Because we're going to be using lots and 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 lots of power. And I'm not sure what my solution to this should be. Accumulators, perhaps? I mean, I need a ton of them. So it appears that we have stopped. But we have the nickel pulp stage 4 here. We just need another wave to go, and then all of these leap up again. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This is the most power we have ever used, just in this block, essentially. And it's happening again. It's happening again. And I am dead certain that the growth of power use is going to outrun production, the passive production that I'm doing. Why aren't we doing more? What's going on here? Is it because it has to be distributed so evenly in this? That's how we're doing this, so it all hits at once, giving us the worst of all possible worlds? Why are we backing up here? What's our problem? Oh, tailings need to get out. Did I not solve this problem? Why do we have two tailings lines here? That's a really, really, really good question. Why do we have two tailings lines? And they both do the same thing, and they both go to the same place, and this one's full of carbon dioxide, making me think that I've done it wrong in several areas. All right. I have done something bad, as in big bad. How do I remedy this? Well, first, obviously, I run in the right direction. These are producing tailings too. You are... Oh, it's full stopped right now. Okay. So that's okay-ish. And then you're using this line. We can fix this. We can fix this. It'll be okay. And then we have the second tailings line right here. And you're also full up. So I guess what I want to do is to curl up into a corner. This is waste CO2, it looks like. Okay. Okay, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We need to do an operation right here. We need to tap in to the tailings line right here. And we need to pump. We need to pump tailings out. And then we need them to come right here. This is the correct tailings line, right? That sure looks right. I need you to pump out the tailings. There you go. Only the tailings, please. Only the tailings. Okay. And now once that is done, we want to clip this because that is incorrect. Are you done pumping the tailings? Okay. Now that gets clipped up. And now we have this issue, right? Because this is the line we have to get to, and there's no way we're getting into it cleanly right here. So I suppose we back off on this. Why is one of my turrets out of bullets? That is illegal. There we go, resupplied. All right, so now that is getting out correctly. And I guess I just try to solve this problem, quote unquote, solve the problem like this, and then just join them together right here and just pretend I don't see it. You know? Pretend it's not real, pretend it ain't there. I'm better at this than I should be. I have more practice with this meditation technique. This technique for inner mindfulness and defense against reality writ large. Okay, so are we going full time now? Like you're working, everyone's working here. All right, look at it again. Like this should be leaping to life, and that just takes an enormous amount of electricity. And then we come down here, and this is taking an enormous amount of electricity. Yippity-doo-dah. This is what we asked for. This was our plan. Congratulations. All right, so there, anyway, we're making the cubes. The cubes are being made. So we have... Wow, we are using a lot of electricity for this, aren't we? Wonder what I should do about that. All right, the cubes have made it to this point. Output full. Oh. I guess we never did hook this up. And so here is the molten nickel. And because of how we did this... Oh, no, it's a little bit over. That's all right, right? Right there. And this springs to life. And suddenly it's all worth it, right? As we are just pouring, stacked. It's a full red belt of stacked nickel plates making it out into the world. This is good, right? This was worth it. And we can always add more if we need to. Let's take a look. Nickel plate. Yeah, that's a little bit of a spike right there. So our peak, an absolute peak was 180 or 860. No, back here. Near 1,000. We peaked near 1,000. And now up here we do 7,000 at peak. Okay. Okay, that's worthy of the new factory, I say. I just wish it didn't take so much electricity. Jesus. All right. Whale hungry. Add destination. Fill cargo. Add destination. I want you to dump these refined nickel plates into the primary nickel in right there. Congratulations. Another refining chain has been completed. And we are making an absolute ton of nickel plates. Hopefully far more than we'll ever need. All right, excellent. I really have to be watching power from here on out. Like, I can't put down another one of these because it will just cause brownouts everywhere. I mean, I'll walk straight into it. I don't care. I'll do it. Centrifuge is using 19 gigs. Wow, guys. Wow. This is all just screaming out for efficiency modules. Like, I really should just put beacons down here with strong efficiency moduling everywhere. In fact, let's see what happens if I do that. Can I get in there? Then I want you to be efficiency. And I want you to go like right here, right in the center. Put that there, would you? And if I look at this in satellite, how are you out of power? How is this exactly out of power? That is bizarre. There you go. And I want you to be AM1, FM5. Go. And that's, it is using 62 megawatts, and it is taking down 150 on every single one of these. Yeah, worth. So if we do this right here then, and that will afflict them all with overflow. But if I do 4-1, oh, that doesn't work. How about 2-5? That doesn't work. How about 2-4? Yeah, that does work. And it does hit them all. All right, so now all of them are down essentially to minimum power usage. And so we've chopped off 4/5 of the power usage here. And this is all sort of kind of temporary until I can do this better. All right. We've stared into the mouth of horror, and we have come back relatively unscathed. Give me a few more of these. We're going to give this the exact same treatment. Right here and right here. You go to 1-5, confirm, and you go to 2-4, confirm. Right. And that's just, it's basically just free. There's no reason not to do this. It is an absolute no-brainer to use efficiency modules here. And that, if it was using 20 gigawatts at peak before, now it's going to only be using 4 gigawatts. So imagine the savings, my friend. Do we need more? No, we don't. All right, so this is kind of excellent. And that's flowing into the buffers, and all this is great. All right. We now need, it's not complaining about Xylenol right now, which is strange. Maybe I just let it go for now. Where's the Xylenol step? Who remembers that from yesterday? Is it this? This is methanol, and it's full up. Yeah, look at these itty bitty little spikes. Where it used to be up here, spikes. Terra spikes. There's the Xylenol. So this is, in fact, the slow step. And I guess we go do this. All right, fine. You win. You twisted my arm. We will go put in more Xylenol makers right here. And unfortunately for us, there isn't a lot we can do here, right? So if I grab all this, I do this, right? We have to move the other thing over there, and that's okay. Just put this down. This only doubles our capabilities. That is insufficient, to put it mildly. How I wish I could see behind these things. Why do you not make my life a little bit easier? Okay, so like that. We even are using just long inserters instead of stack inserters. Such is the nature of our thinking at this time. It's like opening a time capsule, talking to grandma. All right, and so this is going to double Xylenol production, and it's still going to be nowhere near enough. So, we also have to put in... Did we put in the heat pipe? Do we already have it? Is that heat pipe ghost? Oh, we don't have enough. All right, so go get some heat pipe. Go get some 2 more heavy oil refineries. And then be happy, question mark. Okay. So up here. And then we're going to probably have to have an entire city block dedicated to Xylenol eventually, which will show the value of gathering everything together into a single point with material sorting, which will allow me to add such things on very easily. Oh, we're almost out of windmills. All right, over here. Take the briquettes. Take the gravel. What else? Need to get more vessels. I need to get more of those vessels. I need to get more heavy oil refineries, 2 in fact. And I need a stack of heat pipe. Right there. And we will make this just a little better. Just a little. I think this is mostly going to help iron in the end. But there's nothing wrong with helping iron. It's just fine. So right here, drop them in. Where did you catch the notice, friends? Bang, bang. Okay, good. And somehow I just did not get that hand right there. That is remarkable. Okay, so you're running? Why aren't you running? No heat. Not up to heat yet. God, I wish I could see. How I could wish I could see. So the heat here is attached right... Okay, I see what I have to do. Heat pipe. There we go. And now it's coming up, and your temperature is rising, and you need to get to 1.5K. Like, everything is stopped because of this. Do you need to be efficiencyed? Do I need to drop another beacon here? You are eating 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, and so that we're eating 8, 10. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2 is 16. And that's still enough for this to go. So I guess we're just in a warming period right now. All right, it'll wake back up in a bit. Okay, good. Where is this going? What's the purpose of this? Why is this here? That makes me so nervous. That's coming directly off that steam line, so that doesn't make any sense at all. All right, so finally kick back on, and you'll get there in a second. I mean, hopefully. Heat's a nice mechanic. It's underused. All right, there we go. More Xylenol. This does not seem representative of the Xylenol process. I think this whole machine should just be shrunk down by half to 40%, make it this big instead of this big. It's too big for one thing, and it's not doing a lot with that bigness, The footprint isn't justifying itself. All right. Anyway, we're making more Xylenol. Let's take a look. Xylenol. Right. So we dropped down to nothing. Then we jumped up to double. Great. And now if we peek over at nickel, we'll see we're still low on Xylenol, but it's coming in and it's going to just push everything forward and everything's going to be fine. And we're making the cubes. Yeah, we're making cubes. Down here, we're probably already all stuffed up because there's no need for nickel anywhere. Yep. And the cubes are going to start backing up soon. Okay, great. Fantastic story. Next thing to do, I guess I'm going to go refuel. Yeah. We're going to head south, pick up more diesel, and then I guess we're going to review tin. Last time I reviewed tin, I thought I could go straight into it without any problems. So that just means I have to pave the area, which is going to be annoying. I can do that. I really shouldn't be doing this with my inventory so clogged. Okay, like that. And then box right here, just put everything in, pick stuff up right there. Bang, 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 and then pick up more. Finally, a bang. And drop that off. Okay, great. Next goal accomplished. Let's look at tin. Tin proc. You crush it, just like so. And then in stage 2, more physical mangling. You add some water. You mangle it again. You get dust. And then this is what we're doing today, but don't do that. Maybe I am doing this today. I can't remember if I implemented this at all. Here, let's check. Squirrel, I say. Yes, apparently I did implement all of this. This looks like one that's going to be about the same size as nickel and iron. So we'll see. Tin proc. And so we need chromium. We should be getting chromium from right next door. That would be super efficient. Water, sand and water, soda ash, oleochemicals, kerosene, and output sulfuric acid. What is that? How do we have waste sulfuric acid all of a sudden? The thought makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. I have to find a sulfuric consumer and hook that up too. That's very unusual. I don't want to run a line all the way back just to carry it in, especially for something that's probably so little. Biofilm, I got. Orgosolvent, I got. Mabic, I got. Yeah. We already talked about sand. I got filtration media. Yeah, it's just all sorts of stuff I already got. Okay, so let's go handle this. Bang. And off we go up and north. And we will prepare the land, and maybe we'll lay in the first block. I don't know. First block's super easy, or at least usually is. So it's time to change clothes into landscaping mode. Oh, I didn't do the thing. I didn't do the thing where I turned off personal logistics first. All right, it's okay. I didn't get stuffed with all sorts of material, so I gotta go get a bunch of cliff explosives. I need more grenades. Not a lot else, eh? It's always good to bring pipe with me just in case. What are these guys crying about? Oh, I don't know. Give me all of that. Probably gonna need more. Give me that too, and that, and that. We need a lot more. We need a lot more of all of that, and cliff explosives, and explosives. So let's see what we can do. Oh, we cannot, absolutely cannot leave energy drink here. So next, we need to find you. That's probably close to what we need, right? And then we need bricks, which is in the earth stack, right? Right here. That's probably a lot. That's probably quite too much. All right, let's go get cliff explosives now. And then we'll be ready to clean. And it should take us about 20 minutes to prepare the ground. Yeah, we'll get in the first couple blocks. We'll start on 10. And then we'll just keep pressing forward, right? Close your eyes, close your mind, and just build factory. Mindlessly build factory. Where do I put cliff explosives? Right up here. All right, we're going to use them. All right, so we actually can start work. This is not a good sign. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. We can start work surprisingly close to this factory, right? These trees would get out of my way. Because we need to start paving right here. So let's do it. Straight up. Straight over. And then just gonna go up again. Then down again. We keep doing this. We erase the sea. There was never any lake here. I don't know anything about fish. I have never once seen one. The idea that there were once aquatic, quote-unquote, animals around here is absurd. We're going to run out. We have to go get more landfill. Luckily, I have more. Don't worry, my fishy friends. There is more landfill for you. Oh, man. I hate running out. Now we have to run back. And I think we put this in the 5 stacks, maybe. Where do I put landfill? Is it a 2-stack thing? I wish I could zoom out more. I can't find it. Where is it? I don't see it. Where is it? Oh, right there. And it is above plastic and salt. Oh, I was actually standing right next to it the entire time. Oh my God. Don't believe anything you see. That was intentional. That was me testing you to see your perception. See if you were just listening to what I was saying or were you actually looking. I'm glad that you passed the test. Everyone saw that it was right there. Of course, I was fully in control of the experiment for the entire time. There is no need to speak of this in a wider context. Do not leave a comment. Do not like anything about this because, frankly, it was all a controlled experiment. And if you speak about it, if it's real, you'll just make you look foolish. That's what'll happen. So let's just not talk about this anymore. Wasn't real. Was never real. All in your head, friends. That's right. Clean your mind. Clean your mind of trees. Do I have any tree updates? I don't think so. My war on the trees commences, of course. In my backyard. Nothing big has happened. I'm going to have to move this because this is in the way. Yeah, that guy's going to be upset with me. That's fine. Yeah, just continuing to clear the wasteland in my back property. Turning into something nice. It's really kind of frustrating because the people that owned the land before I did. Obviously, did not take care of it at all. Was content to leave it as just wilds, which I don't know, irritates me a little bit. You shouldn't. Uh, you should always be trying to improve the land that you're in contact with. In fact, all things you're in contact with, by that matter. The factory does not grow from nothing, my friends. It grows from a calm and steady heart and effort that does not falter. It's going to be nice back there. Right now it's just kind of a fire pit area because I'm producing so much waste wood, just wood rubble, small leaves, small branches, twigs, leaves, just all sorts of piles of organic crap, all of which it has to be processed. And by I mean processed, I mean set on fire. Set on fire, burned to ash, and then all knowledge denied that it ever existed. And I'll continue applying pressure. I have ambitions to put a nice fire pit back there. What else do I want to do back there? If I can get... Right now the problem is the canopy is so dense that nothing is really growing on the... below it. It's absolutely amazing soil from just probably decades of tree litter and decay. There's just no light. It's kind of just internal space. Okay, friends, everybody in. But once I managed to open it up a little bit, get rid of all the scrubby trees, all the scrubby scrub, choking out anything that might be there, I'll be able to put like garden areas, I'm hoping. Get some nice statuary, stick it back there, make it look like there's some sort of story in progress. You know, nice things. Nice things that nice people make. Oh, I have a beehive back there. I noticed that the other day. Like there's flowering trees in the backyard, and when they're in flower, they just hum with bees. You can just hear them buzzing like an electric generator or a faulty fluorescent light. It just hums, and you look at it and there's just honeybees crawling over the entire thing. You would think it would be, disgusting, like seeing biters all over, your newborn or something. But no, bees are good, and I know bees are good. That's why I have them in the factory, and I put up with them despite them being so incredibly annoying. But I looked around and eventually found the bee tree. There's a huge, probably an oak. I'm not very good at identifying trees, but it's just an enormous tree, and it makes me think, yeah, it's an oak tree, I guess. Maybe a maple. I don't know. It's a big tree. It's host to bees. About probably 30 feet off the ground in a nook where a branch fell off, leaving a hollow. And I'm thinking, yeah, they're actual bees too, not yellow jackets or the false carpenter bees. So I'm just going to leave those alone. There's no need to get involved there. They are working very hard at cleansing the tree, and I'm not going to get in their way. There are wasps, though. No, we've already had problems with wasp invasions building under the eaves. And that's just, no, does not work out. Bad plan. Really damn bad plan. I have communication chemicals for the wasps. They're not quite as effective as the grenades are, but they are pretty effective, I tell you. Let's just say there aren't many complaints because they don't make it to the complaint box. And if you'll call that cruel, I will again remind you we're dealing with wasps. Do you want to know what the wasp does to the caterpillar? I want you to take all those sayings about the beauty and dignity of nature and just kind of stuff them away when you realize what the wasp does to the caterpillar. And then you realize nature isn't there to help us or anything. Nature is there to be stopped, frankly. Nature needs to be brought under control before they can lay eggs in my eyes, too. Like, no thank you. No, I don't want my eyeballs to rupture so a larva can come out and crawl around on my face. No, isn't going to happen. Death to wasps. I wonder why it's refusing to build there. Why is that? Is it just a graphical thing? But thankfully there is no wasp. Oh, the poison ivy's growing back. Did I mention that? I did exactly what they said. I bought the concentrated, high percentage herbicide. Probably is going to be banned in 2 or 3 years. Chemical. And then I segmented the poison ivy vines using a sawzall. Just cut them straight through. Cut a nice cylinder out of them. Kicked the cylinder out of the way. Did not touch it even for a second. And then painted the stump of the vine with the concentrated chemical, which seems like as close you can get to the world just specifically going out of its way to destroy you and only you as I can possibly do. Like, even just taking a gun and shooting it wouldn't be as thorough as I'm trying to destroy this specific plant. And this plant just tanked it entirely. Like, obviously, everything that crawled up the tree is still going because, you know, I mean, it is done because it's disconnected from the root. So it's just hanging there, waiting to dry out and just fall apart. But the stump started putting out new leaves, and I'm like, what? How is this possible? And so I'm going to go out and I'm going to hit it again. Should I do this now? I don't think I have the ability to hit it now because I don't think I have the inventory space. If I would have brought a deposit with me, maybe. I am going to do this. Oh, we can't really use it, though. It's on the walkway. I mean, do I use this? I used the aluminum one. Who is using... Okay, no, well, it's being picked up. So it is necessary somewhere. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. Problem is I don't have a lot of salt anywhere. And losing that salt because it's a couple tiles off is kind of tragic. Did I make a mistake putting these down anywhere? No, it doesn't look like it. That is way too much to hope for. So I guess I just close off that salt mine, huh? You just pick this up. And then pick this up, and then pick this up. And then this is just closed down. Alright, that's going to cause a problem somewhere. Taking an entire salt mine offline. I don't know precisely what I'm going to do about that. Maybe I'll use some of my drilling fluid up here to help the South Factory, you know? Because the main consumer of salt down there is trying to make saline water. And I've already determined that it's much better to do that with the drilling fluid and small parts and just pumping the saline water out of the ground. Is much more efficient. Salt is too precious to be used for that purpose. Yeah, so we'll see. So, order of events for me in the backyard is go back there a little bit every day, clean it up. I've ripped out the most obvious brush for this year's cull, I guess. And I'm just slowly shredding it into a way that it can be efficiently burned back there, culling out the good sticks to make some sort of structure. It'll be fun. And then when that's done, I'm going to go around with my Sawzall and my paintbrush and my mason jar full of concentrated evil and once again try to show the poison ivy what for. And I guess this is my life. Like, now that I know what to look for, I'm seeing the poison ivy vines everywhere. I'm thinking I'm probably just going to have to start segmenting them in the soil itself and then painting them in the soil itself. Oh, I can't turn it on. If I turn it on, they're going to start painting everything. Why are there trees here? What is going on? Bang, 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 bang. Okay. Okay, almost done with this. I'll stick the salt mine somewhere. I'll try to use it later for something. Okay, done. Now we repair the world. But yeah, can't have poison ivy. Just can't have it. Oh no, I went off center. Alright, we'll fix it. Of course we'll fix it. We fix everything, right? It is in our nature to fix everything. Oh, it probably was something with these pipes. Okay, good. Alright, fixed. And then pull this back up. Like so. Then across this way. And then over. And all is well. What else should I talk about? We're going to get tin done right here and then chromium right next door. I think we might be done with making additives. I think we might have gotten everything we need. Because there's chromium, it's tin and then chromium, and then after that, zinc. And then after zinc, nexolite. And then we're on to weird stuff. And just purely new stuff like kimberlite processing. Kimberlite processing drops like three tiers of refining techniques into a single. Yeah, I know, I picked you up. That's because I just destroyed its outpost. So we really did need that salt, huh? Ah, well. Okay, right here. Down we go. Then we will step back and gaze upon our work. And I'll get some water or something. I'm getting kind of thirsty. The playing the game isn't the hard part. The playing the game while talking in any capacity. Even though what you would really call what I'm doing is kind of off-key deranged mumbling. That does take it out of you, even just a little bit at a time. We're going to have to remove this. I don't know what it is, but I just figured out you can do this. It looks like that has to be rolled back all the way there. And this is just awkward on its face, but it has to be preserved. This is in chromium line. All right, let's go fix this. Then let's go change clothes. And then let's start laying out tin. And we will make fantastic progress, as per always, right? So, oh, what's this? Oh, it's adorable. It's a cache. It's a I don't have enough inventory cache. Wow, it's an artifact. I bet I said something like, I'll come clean this up later when I put that down. And hey, it actually turned out to be true, which I guarantee you, me at the time did not understand. Yeah, that would have been a very, very, very optimistic. Oh, so we're just dry here, huh? Well, that ain't right. Oh, this is so powerful. It can tell me when the pipes are dry. This is great. So what's going on here? Yeah, you were set up wrong. That's all. Yeah. And luckily, nothing bad happened in that time. Something bad's going to happen to these guys, though. Bang, bang. Who wants to contribute? who's pointed the right way. Bam! Right at the same time. Your entire family. All right. I need to change clothes, and then it is time to crush purple things, right? Let's do it. I'm going to get some water, and then it's going to be crush purple things. Then we have a couple days of tin processing. I'm thinking probably all next episode, and then the episode after that. And then we just keep bullying forward. So over here, take this. Right there, you take that. Right there, you take that. And then I don't even know what to do with the military gear. Well, that goes right there, obviously. And that, why do I have a whole box of this? I don't know. This probably makes sense to somebody somewhere. And I absolutely have to find something to do with this niobium pipe. It is a complete curse. All right, and then the salt mine actually goes right there. We can put that back where it goes. Oh, no, we still have some niobium pipe, which we have to get rid of somehow. Have to make a universal waste basket somewhere just to hold it, just to move it on. All right, we did it. Why do we have so much stuff on us still? Oh, too many grenades. That's one thing. That's good. I should really pick up some of you, and some of you, and some of you. Why do I have so much stuff? That's because I've been stuffed double full a couple times, because I've been sloppy with turning off logistics. Where is that? Now I have to turn that back on. Anything more can be redeposited. The answer is probably all of this stuff. Like, it doesn't need to be here anymore. It's just so valuable, I have trouble letting go. I get attached. Anyway, let's take a look. What do we need? Tin proc. We need screener and jaw crusher. Screener, jaw crusher, more screener, secondary crusher, and a washer, and a ball mill. So screeners, jaw crushers. That's a soil extractor. Don't do that. Here, in fact, put that back. Jaw crusher. Right there. Washer. Should probably ask for more washers, right? And then ball mill, which I can recognize but not see. Screener, and then secondary crushers. Let's not forget you. All right. This is enough to make a good start. I am going to go get some water. I will be right back. All right. Back at it. Hydrated. Feeling great. Time to deal with the purple line, or yet another purple line, because vanadium is also purple, phosphorus is also purple. It's just, purple's great. Everyone likes purple. So the first thing we got to do is the standard. Yeah, let's grab all this, the usual, and then put it right in here. In the actual usual position. Oh, it just fits right in over here? Okay, a little bit of struggle with the borax line. Or is that... No, that's crude oil. We'll still make it work, though. Okay, everybody back in the bus. Everybody back in. How do I not have enough... Why is my power so low? I wonder if they got nerfed a little bit and when I wasn't watching. Because I used to remember always clicking on this. It's below average right now. I don't know what to think anymore. All right, that's the problem. I have just hit on and described the problem in that I am thinking. Thinking does not lead to happiness. Thinking does not build factory. Thinking is being the problem. Don't be the problem, be the solution. And that involves shutting your brain off. Don't let that gray hunk of meat tell me what to do. I got to put this down too. I forgot to hook this up. This is the last chance line for nickel ore. Right there. There. Hooked in nice and pretty. And then that is complete now. All right, so I'm going to have to move this acid gas line. So let's take a look. What pattern will you be following, good sir? I want you to make tin grade 1, and that makes grade 1 and grade 2. And then grade 1 turns into grade 3. What do we do with grade 2? Well, we don't do anything here. It's probably something in the jaw crusher, right? Anyway, this is obviously step 1. So it's 1 in, 2 out. And it's 5 to 1.5, so it can all go on one belt. So, are you going to be lead-like? Not really. Titanium-like? No, it's kind of copper-like, right? Then we have 1 and 2 in right there. Yeah, this is copper-like. So what I will do is now... Oh, wait. No, it is titanium-like because it only has 1 coming off. Then we will look ahead and decide what is what, right? So grab all of this. Oh, there's a little problem in the corner. I'll have to go fix that at some point. Then you go right in the corner, right there. And then angry put that down. Put it down while being angry about it. And this still hooks up. All right, so this is not a problem for us whatsoever. Great to see. We certainly do not have enough automated screeners, and we don't have enough belt. We don't have enough anything. I probably should have filled up more comprehensively. I probably should have turned personal logistics back on, you know? But this is good. Is good. Boop. And more you. Then straight back at it, I think. Just leave them all behind. Don't let them hold me back. There we go. And we have to go get a whole bunch more automated screeners. Maybe they're there now, actually. I should have checked on that. Easy enough to remedy. Screeners. No, it's probably not enough. There's probably going to be more very soon here. Oh, I need more hands. There we go. All right. Then after this, I'm going to have to figure out all the intermediate component stuff and stuff like making all the alloys. That's going to be a little annoying. All right, so tell me about tin again. Tin proc. I have just screened. And I make tin grade 1 and grade 2. Then my job is to bash grade 2 into grade 1. Okay, great. So we bash grade 2. Half of grade 2 becomes tin grade 1. So this is making 1.25 tin grade 1 in the end. I'm going to have to remember that. 1.25. Because then we're going to have to bash it into this. And that's going to be half of that again. This is going to collapse real fast. It's going to be nice. All right, so it's jaw crush screener. And grade 2 just gets turned into grade 1 again. And then joins. So you are obviously going to be tin grade 2. That's right. You go from the pinkish sort of rock to the purplish sort of rock. Congratulations. I think that's grade 3. Yeah, it is grade 1. Tin grade 1. You. Okay, so ore comes in, grade 2 goes that way, grade 1 goes that way, and obviously you're not doing this. You are doing this. And tin grade 1 has purpose, right? Oh, I didn't check that at all for the nickel line. Oh no. All right, let's check it right now. Nickel grade 1 is only used in nickel stuff. And then nickel grade 3, only used in nickel stuff. Nickel grade 2, only used in nickel stuff. Nickel rejects, only used in nickel stuff. And then eventually it comes down to here. We make grade 4. That is only used in nickel stuff. And then all this. And I'm just assuming that nothing ever pokes its head out again. Especially since this is all just liquid, 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 liquid. All right. We're going to assume I don't need any nickel intermediates from any point. This, however, is a problem. Because you get used for phytoplankton. Maybe I don't do that anymore. Especially since I use flue gas now, right? Maybe that's obsolete, that thinking. Because this is better and it uses a better material. And flue gas can just be made, right? Yeah. Just blow ash and you get flue gas. Okay. Okay, so good. So making it out of... So this is, again, only used in nickel stuff. And then grade 2, only in nickel stuff. And grade 3, only in nickel stuff. Grade 4, only in nickel stuff. The dust, only in nickel stuff. All right, so there's no need to worry about anything besides that. Okay, great. I guess what I can do now is copy and then paste. And then paste, but clean that up. Thank you. That's one line. I like how fast these come together now that I have so many of them. Though I suppose it's a kind of an issue in that it's essentially just the same puzzle over again, and that's unsatisfying. Like, why am I solving this puzzle again? Why did I do this again? I already do this. Why I do this? Oh, it even has this coming down. That's perfect. Like, why did I solve this puzzle again? Why do I do this? And I don't really have a good answer to that. I think it should probably be done differently. But anyway, next. Is that lined up? Yeah, it's nice and lined up. Everything good and level and excellent. All right, so next up is jaw crushing. And for this, we have to bring back our ever-present ally, mathematics. And so what we have here is 36 of these guys. Math, come to me. 36 times, they make, this is grade 2 we're looking at right here, 0.33 a second. That means we are making near 12 a second right here. And then over here, this eats at 0.5 a second. That's an awkward number right there. And so we divide by 0.5. And we're going to need 24 of these merry fellows. And then we can figure out how much tin grade 1 we have. And we can keep going, right? So at 24, it means we need 8 in every row here. We have 3, so we need 8. So block of 4 and block of 4, block of 4, block of 4. So, and this is 1 in, 2 out jaw crusher. And I think the best example of that might be just this in, right? Because we have the ore in, and then we'll have stone out, it's going north, and then product out like this. So what we should do is just grab literally all of this, right? And if we're very lucky, if we've been very good boys this year, we will be able to take this right across to here, right? Or maybe I don't think it can go quite that close. No, that's wrong. Come back. That's just absolutely wrong. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to work great. And so do a little test. Huh. So no, we didn't do this right. Instead, we should have believed in ourselves and gone right here. And then pick up all of these. And then that will connect, right? Yes, it connects straight in across the great gap. And that's perfect right there. And this line needs to be moved, but that's no problem whatsoever. Okay, so excellent. By the power of copy and paste, I have done something awesome. Now that I have the correct pieces just around, I can, in fact, just shut off my brain and do the work. Give me more jaw crushers. Thank you. All right, and that is the correct number, I think. We shall count again. Prove our superiority to the machine. We need 24 of them, and we've got 6 by 4. There we go. This is perfect. So all we got to do is stop the horrid flashing. There we go. Attention, everyone. And you're going to still do stone out. And you are not going to do this. You are going to do tin grade 1 right there. Like so. And then you are going to do tin grade 1. And this is going to be entirely, absolutely, positively excellent. Will I go as far as saying it is the best block ever? Yeah, I will. This is the greatest thing ever done by mankind. And that doesn't exist. And these little tails right here don't have to exist. All right, so good. And the question is, can we use the rest of this block? And I think that's probably gonna be a no right there. Okay, so all this has to come over and you just have to join straight in. Good. Right there, right there. And then right there and right there. So perfect-ish. All right, let's get stone out of here. And the important thing is not... What are you doing? That's copied from another area. Who copied and pasted this? That's so weird. Not here, but here. That's traditional stone out. Because that's not going to cause us problems with getting too close right there, as has happened many times in the past. So, good. Good. Then we just link in right there, and we pull straight over, and up we go. Excellent work. All right, so now we have to figure out how much grade 1 is on this line. Because, as we said before, half of the grade 2 right here comes back as grade 1. So it's 0.66 plus half, 0.66 plus half of 0.33. So let's do that right there. So it's 36 times 0.66 plus 0.33 divided by 2. We don't try to do this in the head. We do it just manually using a computer, like a person, just like a careful, intelligent person. And our number is 30. We are making 30 grade 1s a second. And from there, we need another screener, I think. Mr. Screener. We only have 3 of these. Ugh. And I need you to take grade 1 and make grade 3, right? This makes tailings dust. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I'll have to consider that, because that has to be just destroyed. I don't think I have a tailings dust destroying area anywhere. I'll think about it though. I'll probably do something kind of ad hoc. Yeah, I don't know. Don't think about it right now. Anyway, so it's grade 1 and it goes into grade 3. And this eats 1.33 a second. So we take all this and we divide by 1.33. And that says we need 23 of these guys, which means 24 of these guys in order to keep going. So, does that make sense? Yeah, that does make sense. And this is a standard 1 in, 2 out. So we really just have to copy this again, right? Only there's probably a deeper one to copy. Like it's lead. Like this is kind of the style of what we're doing, right? Only this is, we need 2 of these now. So we have the grade 1 coming in and then it turns and turns and turns. That's what we're looking at. We need 2 blocks, so might as well do it like that. Or we can do it exactly like this, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 18. Yeah, this is a better. This is actually kind of the exact same thing, isn't it? I picked titanium. Titanium and tin use the pretty much exact same system, eh? Only tin refluxes a little bit. Interesting observation. So pick up all this, and our only problem is we have to then put in another line on the bottom and then join in. So this is already wasting space, unfortunately, because this is never going to fit here. So this has to come down to the next line right here. And then we're going to have to put in still more. It's going to be a tall boy. And we have to go get a whole bunch more screeners. Maybe we'll deal with rejects right here. I would love to use the space. So maybe we reverse the rejects belt and we bring it north instead. Or maybe just curled it around. That's fine. That's fine too. So what happens right here is we need this. We need to copy this. And we need to put this right here. And then we have a pipe to move. Because that can't be there. But yeah, we'll just move the pipe, right? Like so. And then in like so. Okay, so what am I looking at here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4. That's 24. And we bring the grade 1 across. It's going to come down. We're going to make rejects that will come all the way down and then be collected, then come up, and then hopefully be processed right here. Because I want to use this space. What do rejects get processed into? Here, let's take a look. Rejects get processed into... There's rejects. Oh, there's more rejects coming. Ooh, think about that. Yeah, there's a lot more rejects coming. Oh, and this is, I'm looking at titanium. Don't do that. You will have to be tin. Tin grade 3 is what we want. So let's color this correctly and then we'll start. Rejects. Harsh judgment, but fair judgment. And then right here is tin 3. Tin grade 3. Beautiful. All right, so we have our block. And we just kind of grab it in the center here. We put it right there. What's the problem here? See, it goes right there and it goes right there. But it has problems here. Why is that? All right, I'll just do this. I'm not going to ask questions. Asking questions is perilously close to thinking. The two are almost related. All right, and then clean up these ends. All right, so there is the number. And now we have to ask ourselves, tell me about rejects, sir. What happens? Rejects make this, and then we turn them into tin grade 1. So there's still more coming down here. So it's good I made a couple more, right? Because all rejects then get pounded into tin grade 1 again. Oh, I didn't do the thing, right? We need to use from... No, it's input priority from that side. Then you go right there. And then we need secondary crushers, I think. Got way too many of these things, and hopefully I can use this area for this. And you will be the rejector. Tin right there. It's only 0.66 a second. Oh man, that is not what I wanted to see. All right, so this is going to require escalating math. So 22 of these guys running like this, and it makes a reject every 0.33 seconds times 0.33 seconds. This is going to be making 8 rejects a second. Great. And that means 50% of that, 50% comes back as grade 1. Really? Times 0.5. That says I'm going to be making 3.68 more grade 1. So let's back up. And the grade 1 was already at 30, and so it's like this plus 3 plus 3.68. That's what I just said. And so now it's 33.33. A strange number to pop up by chance. And so I divide that by 1.33. Now I need 25 of these guys, and I only have 24. And that's just to process the reflux from the first one. All right, guys. I think I perceive a secret here. I perceive that this is a bottleneck step. I don't have enough of them. I need 25, and I only have 20. Oh, that's live. Oh, wow, that's live. Only have 24. 24. So I'm just going to fill this block, right? We're going to do 2 more. And that's going to be, well, yeah, because there's more rejects coming. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I really want to use this area for reject processing. So let's imagine for a second that this is all the reject production that we're going to have. That's going to be times 0.33. And then because of that, we want to divide by 0.66. That's not what I want to see. It says we're going to need 12 of these guys. Do you think I can fit 14 of you right here? Do I think that will cover it if I do this properly? You know, this is just a sketch. I think so. I think this will probably cover the reject processing for everything. I'm willing to bet on it. So this is where we'll have, because there's more rejects coming. Here, come, take a look. Behold what I see. And that is to make the reject. Where are you, the reject? Oh, it's really only... Why was I seeing it coming from more places? Okay, so I really only need 1 more row, I guess. This is still going to be enormous. What Why did I think that tin ore rejects came from many, many places? Rejects. Yeah, it's produced right here. Tin rejects. Oh, there's tin. Wait a second. Hold on. There's tin ore rejects. And there's tin rejects. Oh my god. Pi, why? Pi, why are you doing this? Ah, okay. That's why I was seeing the problem. Okay. All right. Okay. The math stays the same. The problem stays the same. We stay the same. The problem is a little less, I guess, because we're going to need one more row, and that's probably all we're going to need. Now leave us a little space, which maybe we can put in the ball mill, but I really doubt it. What we need is this. This in full right here. And then we shadow it in right there. Perfect. All right, so now we're at 30 processing here. And this works out. We're going to have to do the math again, just like we did last time, and make sure that everything is okay. And this is all on tin, right? And then there's reject processing right there. And then we just kind of eye it forward. And we make tin grade 3. And then you get washed. One grid tin grade 3 becomes tin grade 4. And we wash. And we make a ton of tailings. It's done in a washa. And it's not done very quickly. So that's not, I don't know what to say about that, but I know it's not going to fit right here. So it's going to spill down into here. And then this block entirely is probably going to be washing and then powdering. And then we'll be finished, I think. I don't know. All right. So we have our goal. We have to get this all the way to powder. And then probably, do the math again as we do. And I need more of everything. I need more centrifuges. I need more screeners. I need more hands. I need more belt. I need all of the things. So thank you. Everyone just shovel all of the things into me, please. All right, whatever. Too slow, I say. Now I need centrifuges to go deliver those. I need screeners, because I'm going to never not need those. It's going to be many episodes before I make enough screeners to fill this in. Because, I've got decent production, but I can't just drop 72 screeners without consequence. All right, so rejects come around, right? Like this. They come from the south. Rejects come from the south. They go around like so. We draw like this. All nice and personal. It comes around right here. And I'm willing to say this is going to be enough reject processing for this kind of tin reject. There's another kind of tin reject, Yeah, it's great. Then out. Oh, and then you're too much. Then out. So what I need to do is grab all of you, pull you down by one. Then like so. This way. Then right there. And then copy this. And right there. All right, so that works. And now I copy all of this. Can I do this? I guess not. So let's just do that. Okay, good. Then right there, this leaves plenty of room for beaconing one day. One sunny day. Okay, perfect. And now we hook it up. Power to the hands. Do not give power to the people. They would not know what to do with it. Instead, give power to the hands. The hands are the actuators of change. Right there and right there. Okay, so when we get a reject line, it's going to come in right there. And our reject line is probably right over here, right? So let's just get this going. Oh, that's so abysmally ugly. Oh, abysmally ugly this. Oh, look at this tangle. Oh, it's hit. I want to vomit. How did we do this? Just no, don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. The place is cursed, and this is real, so leave it alone. And link up right there, and this is the happy path of tin grade 3. And right here is the unhappy path of rejects. And so you come here and we have a reject spine going. Now I think this is the only reject line of this kind. There's tin rejects. Don't forget that. Tin rejects and tin ore rejects. Two completely different concepts. No one could possibly ever get them confused. And then you come drag north. And then we will get you to where you need to go. So, perfect. Right there. And that ties in. The rejects become tin grade 1, and then it's all stacked and good, and everything's okay. No, it's not okay. Half of these are wrong. You have to go in, and out. Arrow that way, arrow that way. All right. Let's do a quick audit on this. Make sure it's correct. Somehow I got them right over here. Down, 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 down. Okay. I'm saying this is reasonably okay, even though I have nowhere near enough screeners to make this live. Let's go deliver a couple more centrifuges. There you go. More passive power draw for you. Congratulations. Yeah, stay down there. You stay down there. Yeah, don't think about that. It's fine. And so this just leaves us with a parade of tin grade 3, which now goes to the washa. I'm pretty sure that's a unique step. So I'm not even going to look for anything else. Washa time, friends. And how much material am I making? I don't even know at this point. I kind of have to do the math over again, right? It's about percentages that come back. This is just 1-to-1, and then we go into a ball mill. And then this is going to be where I call it, I think. Ball mill, tin dust. And this is another 1-to-1. Oh, and it's not even fast. So yeah, this is going to take up the entire block. Great. Math time. One more time. This is actually the final math time. So there are 3 sources of tin grade 1. There is crushing it, there is recovering it from grade 2, and there's recovering it from rejects. And we have already established that, here, let's step back and assume we've established nothing. This is making 30 tin grade 1 between the primary crushing and the recrushing of the primary screening and then the crushing of tin grade 2. All right, so this gives us 30 grade 1. But what's this rejects portion? So we take the grade 1 and then 1/4 of the grade 1, right? Because it takes 2 and then it's half of that. So it's 1/4 of that becomes rejects. So 1/4 and divide that by 4. So we're dealing with 7.4 rejects a second. And so this is eaten at 0.266. Divide by 6.66. And then we're going to need 12 of these. That's what I got. So it's cut in half, essentially. And then we cut it in half again. And that makes 3 grade 1 coming back from the rejects, from just the full going through. So the actual full amount of grade 1 is plus 33.41. That's the actual amount coming to this point. I need to write that down. Take that to the notes. This is an important observation that cannot be lost. 33.1 tin grade 3 hitting. Well, no, because then the grade 1 only becomes grade. Okay, think. Half the rejects come back as tin grade 1, right? Half the rejects come back. And then right here, to make tin grade 3, it takes 4 tin grade 1 to make a reject. And then out of that, half of that comes back. So 8 tin grade 1 will make 4 tin grade 3, and then 1 tin grade 1. So it would be 4.5 tin grade 3. Here, write that down. 8 tin grade 1 goes to 4.5 tin grade 3. When you do all the math and everything works out, we're going to go over that again. So we have 33.41 tin grade 1 coming in. That is going to make a certain amount of all of this and a certain amount of rejects. So we have to figure out how many rejects we're making then. So this is half of that's going to be tin grade 1. So tin grade 1 right here, put a big parenthesis around it. Mark it as tin grade 1. And then from the initial screening, half of that becomes tin grade 2. Half of that becomes tin grade 2, grade 3, and that is 16.7. That's what's coming out. But that's also making 1/4 of that as rejects, and 1/8 of that is coming back as tin grade 1. Does this make sense? Shouldn't I be adjusting the recipe? Oh my God, it's getting on top of me. I could just add 2 more and just call it, but no, I'm going to make the math work. I swear. So right here is where we can call a logical border. When it's all crashed into tin grade 1. Well, no. No, it's all connected. The entire thing is connected. Okay, all right, think. So we have the amount of tin grade 1 from the first wave of reject processing because we know how much tin grade 1 is coming in from the first 2 reclamation processes. And that is right here. And turn this down. And that's like 30, right? Yeah, it's 30 units of tin grade 1. And this, if we do just a little math, it's divided by 1.33, and then it's times 0.66, which is essentially saying 1/2, right? And so it's 14.7 coming off of this from the direct processing, but you're also making rejects. And so that's at 0.33. And so we're making 7.37 rejects. And half of that, divided by 2, will say how much tin grade 1 is coming off. And that's that number I just erased right there. And so this tin grade 1, 10% more, it's about 10% down. 10% of the input comes back from this recycling step right here. And so the next one will be just minuscule. It'll be like 0.32 tin grade 1 coming back from the reprocessing of this. So, okay. So if we can just treat that as truth, and that's going to be plus 3.68. And we're going to say that is the final number there. And that's going to be 18.38 tin grade 3 coming out. No, wait, that has to be cut in half. Yeah. So it's 16.54, which is what I had before, more or less. I forgot to have it before. I'm glad I went over this again. So it is 16.54 tin grade 3 coming off this in the end. I'm going to have to do this math again, aren't I? Maybe I'll do it off camera. It's hard to do all this reflux math. Keep it all straight. But anyway, now we're coming into the washer, and we have the tin grade 3 throughput available to us. And we can divide this by 0.66, I think that's the number. So we're going to need 25 of these guys, which is, can I get 7 in a row and do 3 rows? Let's hope. And that will leave a little bit of flex anyway. So I think we do this, huh? And then V, and then just straight across. And then it's in on one side and out on the other side. And it's just easy peasy, right? So like there, and then this is going to be out and out. And then the beacon's going to be in the middle, obviously. So it's in, out, beacon space right here, ready to go. And then we coopy, and this pipe's going to have to be removed. And then a big V, right? Yeah. And then we have a unit. That pipe is 100% going to have to be moved. And then I guess we have a snake belt going, huh? Yeah. Not a snake belt, really, but just a serpentine belt. There's a difference. And you will go up. And we're not quite at the point where we can pump water out of nothing, but we're close to that. This needs 66 water a second. So times 66. And so we're going to need what? 3 pumps to do this? That's fine. I will tie everything together up top. That seems better to me. I need you to get out of the way. You are an inconvenience. And then I'm just going to leave that there as a reminder to myself. Don't turn this reminder into a forgetter, please. So the goal is to put 25 of these in 3 rows. So this is not quite ready. Not quite. And then we need power in, obviously. Okay, so now we copy and paste this, and we see the nature of our reality. So that's 4, that's 8, this will be 12. And if I copy that, that'll be just shy of what I need. So if I paste again, but it's the world we live in, unfortunately. Because I have to leave a via, like have to. We'll leave a good via right here. Oh, we don't even have space for the good via. Like right there is the good via. maybe right here. So we'll do this. And this is 8, 16, 24. And that's below threshold, friends. We're going to need to double this again. Okay. And this is going to need the exact same number, right? Yeah. This is a pass-through, and this is a pass-through. This is going to be enormous. So it's going to need 2 rows here, and then 2 rows there. Enormous, friends. So line it up. So I lined up all along. So hard to say. Then we have to put this down roughly right here, and we have to leave space for 2 tie-ins up there. God, that's nice to see. Just the manifestation wave feels good. And then you have to go, no, other way. You go like that. Okay. Good, I think. Good, maybe. It's getting a lot out of control. Maybe I'll do the math again next time, because I feel like I really struggled my way through this, and I really shouldn't be struggling through it at all at this point, since I've done it so many times and things like this. But, well, pattern recognition skills, not where I scored high. Not really anywhere where I scored high, honestly. Wasn't really how I did things. This is going to be a really long production chain. All right, grade 1, in you go. Time to take a bath. And then the tailings will get out over there. And then we're going to have to link this guy up. Don't forget about you. Do it now. We left a real good via. There's only a couple lines here that are locked off. Everyone else can be used. Even this here can be used. Then we need more washers. We're going to need a lot more washers because this is not, repeat, not enough. We probably need a splitter right here, right? I wonder if I'm doing this disastrously wrong. There's always that chance, right? We'll first fix this before copying and pasting anything. Grab all this and now put it right there, right? Oh, and that's not enough space. I'm going to have to split this in 2. That's terrible. When it comes to, because we're way low. We're all the way down here, and we're only on the end of the first stage. Ooh. Ooh, tin's big. This is going to be a problem, I think. It's going to be bigger than even iron at the end. Because once we get through this, tin, proc, we're still just going to be right here. And then we have all this to go. And all of this needs to be done. Hopefully it collapses real hard. And I can just put it all in. But I don't know. That strikes me as a little bit of wishful thinking. So I'm doing something wrong. That's obviously this, right? Okay, so yeah, this is just a tale of wasted space. Did I know this was coming? Could I have seen this coming in the future, in the past? All right, so what we need is now to clip that. Doesn't need to be there. Clip that. And then this can snuggle up. Oh, it's the Vanadate line. I know you. And this is our product, and I need a lot more belt. So back in we go. Screeners, more belts, more washers. Screeners, please. Please be giving me the screeners. I suppose I can put some of these back. There is no screeners, sir. Good sir, no screener for you. What's the other thing I need? Washers. Huge amount of washers. And I need belt. Oh, it's already been given to me. Beautiful. What's going on with screeners? Where are you, screeners? Why do I not see it? I thought I did it very early. Which I suppose I would have done if I was intelligent. But apparently that wasn't actually the case. Where is it? Automated screener. Why can I not? Why am I so blind? All right, I give up. Okay, right there. Thank you. Thank you for showing it to me. We have 10 there, obviously, and that's nowhere near enough. But right here we need Nexalit. Well, you know what we do, boys. You go and find the bottleneck, and you add twice as much. There you go. Don't complain to me anymore. So, I guess I go fetch that pack of screeners right now, because there's nothing else for it, right? If I could remember where it was once again. Is this too far over? It's right over here, I think, right? Yeah, right there. All right, next. Keep going. Keep pushing forward, even though I am doing a little too much today, I think. That comes in, and then this all comes in. I have to redo this entire math. For some reason, I think I've probably done something wrong, and I think I should probably take care of that. Maybe I should just call it right now and then do them. Yeah, it's kind of late. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to call this now, and I'm going to redo the math again when I'm fresh. And then hopefully if there is a mistake, I will catch it. And I won't be horribly embarrassed. Or like critically embarrassed. How about that? The inevitable embarrassment will not be a critical hit. All right, we're done. Let's get out of here. I will do recap, and that is all. Oh, did I nail it? Oh, and he nails it. Nice. Okay, center real pretty. And then right there. And then zoom out. All the way out. Get on that tin patch. I think I'm zooming slightly differently today, which is leading to problems. There we go. I think that's right. And we're supposed to be over a little bit, and we're supposed to be up a whole lot. I think that's our screenshot. Okay, here we go. Print screen. What did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? Actually, we did quite a bit. We have broken free on the refining chains. We don't need to go make any more additives. We are just running free, laying down block after block after block of buildings. I have to get no prerequisites for tin processing, which is good. So I just threw myself straight into it. We finished off nickel processing, obviously. Last episode, we left it with the blocks, and we took the blocks into the molten nickel and then molten nickel into plates. And that's all hooked up, and that's working fantastic. Then we bopped over and doubled Xylenol production. It is still laughably insufficient to what we need, but it's a little better. I'm going to have to make a whole block of Xylenol eventually and then tie it in. Wish I'd been more careful with heat, I guess. Maybe since I know I have to do that, I do that right here. You know? I don't know. Anyway, after that, after I verified nickel that was up and running perfectly, we just went straight in on tin. Tin seems to be extremely bulky, but I am struggling hard with the math because it seems like it's using too much and too much is refluxing. I'm also a little tired, so maybe that is That's an intellectual debuff. Maybe I'm just being myself. And this is just how it is. Either way, next time I come in, I'm going to redo the math on this again. Because it's going to be a really tall tower. Taller than probably even copper by the time I'm done with it. It was following in the footsteps of titanium for a while there, but it did not adhere to that. I don't know. And we still have a ball mill step and then all of stage 3 processing. I have concerns. I can fit all of stage 3 processing into these blocks. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a real problem. Maybe I have to cut this in half and use this space. Maybe I can't leave this blank as much as it would be good. Can I do that? I don't know. Step 1, do the math again, right? Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.